Most Beautiful Car of the Year award. To be in with a chance of winning a car worth €30,000, go to mostbeautifulcar.eurosport.com.
Let the bass kick.
Follow the score of your favorite team live and find the latest results and features with Eurosport's Live Score.
With Eurosport.com's free application available on tablets and smartphones, gain access to all the articles and videos from Eurosport.com, plus get the latest news in real time. Check out the latest results, fixtures and tables, and follow your favourite sports events live. All your favourite events from Eurosport and Eurosport 2 are also available on Eurosport Player. The multi-channel function allows you to watch Eurosport, Eurosport 2 and Eurosport News at the same time. Additional live coverage on the bonus channels, plus an extensive on-demand library lets you watch what you want, when you want. Eurosport Player, the best way to watch sport wherever you are. To find out more, go to Eurosportplayer.com.
A switch of shirt from club to country. Ready for a new era of the African Cup of Nations. The old guard of African football has faded and the tournament is wide open, with the young guns of Ghana looking dangerous. But Didier Drogba is still there to spearhead Ivory Coast as they aim to win it for the first time since 1992. The Africa Cup of Nations, with every match. It all starts on January the 21st, live and exclusive on Eurosport and Eurosport 2.
Welcome back. Quite a strange match, this one, a bitty match. And, well, from here on, Steve, virtually impossible to call. It's whichever player wakes up.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for O'Shea to get a little bit of a rhythm going. And trying to put a few legs together, but Harms is doing all right. Harms, and O'Shea, like I say, just needs to get a little bit of a rhythm going, get a few legs together, and get some momentum.
Yeah, very important to remember that this is Harms' debut, so the 27-year-old giving a good account of himself. Now, that was a strange situation, that one. The TV director got it right. It was O'Shea that got it wrong. It wasn't until he got to the board that he realised that wasn't in the single 20, and he could have, well, if he'd hit the double, he could have been celebrating and jumping around all over the place, and Rab would have had to have told him to calm it down because it wasn't out.
But then Harms has given him a chance, and he's going to miss this, which he shouldn't be doing.
Now, really took his time there. Composed himself, and I'll be honest, that's been working for him. But look at that bead of sweat that's just dropped into his eyebrow and then down into his eye. I don't care how focused you are in a match, it will affect you.
Wesley, you require 58.
So you would have thought, that's it, curtains. 18 for double top. But no, Harms has to then go across for the 2-10s and doesn't make it. So Jill, Tony O'Shea's wife's had enough. Get it done now or don't come home. That was horribly close to burning it, but quick thinking again from O'Shea. And for some unusual reason, Steve, he is very good in those situations. Yeah, for some unusual reason, when he gets into a bit of a pickle with his finishes, O'Shea pulls out some amazing shots.
Yeah, and he took us by surprise out. Actually, when he hit the 15, I thought, oh. And then bang, bang. And just, I think it's a bit of a rhythm again, isn't it? He didn't have much time to think about it. He just thought, right, 1 double 4, double 2, and and it went. But like you say, he paused quite a long time, didn't he, before that double 10? Maybe that didn't help him.
Well, he's been doing that quite a lot in the match, O'Shea, and I must admit I've been sort of keeping a little tag of how the finishing's gone, and every time he has paused and thought about it, he's made the finish. And he's not looked as good when he's been throwing with rhythm, but we know he's a rhythm player. When he hits those 180s, it's because he's thrown the darts quickly. He's a bit like Ted Hankey in that respect. But neither player has found any sort of consistency in this match yet, and that's why we're 3-all. As soon as someone finds some consistency, and if they can do it for a couple of sets, they'll open up a bit of daylight. So 3-all, Wesley Harms of the Netherlands versus Tony O'Shea, 2009 finalist from England, looking to go back to the final again and looking to win the title.
100.
And the winner of this will either play Hankey or Kist. Remember, O'Shea played Hankey once. Was it way back in 2009 final, wasn't it, where he lost 7-6? So O'Shea knows what it's like to be in the final. Just looking for treble 15 there. Didn't want to go for the ball.
Yeah, it could be payback if O'Shea makes it through on Hankey, but remember, it could also be an all-Dutch final.
105. Tony required
now,
32.
I wonder if that's a first. Two debutants making a final together. O'Shea, double 16 then. No messing about this time.
Second
we had two Dutch players, didn't we? Klassen and Barneveld.
So we've had two Dutch, but only one debutant in that final. Jelle Klassen.
Yeah, he was the last debutant to get to the final.
80.
And win it. Could we be setting new records this
Yeah,
this
there could be all sorts going
100. on. 100.
O'Shea is just trying so hard to fire himself up. He's trying to give it some on every 140. He's trying to really work it up.
100.
Get the crowd on board, and there we go. Plenty of Silverback fans in there. There must be out of gorilla costumes around the Camberley area.
60.
No, doesn't need that. Really doesn't need that. Chance for Harms here. Good first start.
Just a quick glance across there,
97.
switching down. Advantage O'Shea here though. Just get a decent score in.
85.
Oh dear.
Tom Hanks is in.
He's very similar, isn't he?
We like our looky-likeys.
140.
So we've had Sandra Locke, Clint Eastwood's missus.
Oh, Locke. Was it Locke?
Locke,
That's
I'm
right,
sure it's Locke.
right, yeah.
It's only taken us 5 days to remember the name.
22.
That's a poor visit from O'Shea, and Harms should take this now against the darts. If he does, it repairs the damage.
Double top then.
44. Tony required 154.
Well, that switch from 8s and 16s to double top has not been a good one for Harms.
Big out for O'Shea. Oh, didn't really look on the cards, did it?
38.
No, we were saying in the break, O'Shea hasn't looked like he's going to take out a big number at all. 2 10s for Harms to level it up. There we go.
Wesley Harms.
O'Shea's only got himself to blame.
Third leg, Wesley to throw first. Game on.
He the darts back off O'Shea again then. It's going to and throw here.
But that's exactly it. Harms did the work to get 3-2 up in sets. Then he let O'Shea back in. And the whole rhythm of this game has been reflected at the start of this 7th set. O'Shea does the work to take the leg against the darts, hands it back to Harms.
I don't know whether O'Shea thought this. Well, maybe he didn't think it was going to be an easy match, but
140.
you know, if you looked at the draw, semi-final draw playing Harms, you'd have liked that from the beginning. But he's just not playing like he did the other night. Maybe he's thinking towards that final. He hasn't got over this hurdle yet.
If it stays like this, it could come down to an individual bit of brilliance. I don't know which one that is. The Seven Dwarfs.
Sleepy?
Could have been.
81.
He's in there again. His Harms. Ooh, poor second dart.
84.
But good lead here. Shea way back on 250.
$44. Wesley require 110.
Maybe 18s.
58.
206 for O'Shea. No, still no rhythm
42.
at the moment.
Wesley require 52.
It's really messy stuff, and the problem for everybody watching this game is you just can't engage with it.
Game shot in the third leg.
Here we go.
Wesley Harms. Fourth leg,
I guess there are still two things that could happen from O'Shea's point of view. Either he hits a hot spell and takes it away from Harms, or Harms goes off the boil, and that's something that the young Dutchman hasn't really done yet.
97.
Yeah, O'Shea hasn't took charge of this match at all, has he? And that's what he needs to do, really. He's got a wealth of experience
85.
in this stage, many a time, and that should really help him.
And it's what he did against Adams in that terrific
100.
quarter-final win. He bossed it from the walk-on.
Yeah, he did. Guns flying straight from the beginning, didn't he? First set. Went 2 sets to 0 up.
60.
And he just never let Adams back in. Silverback do some harms. Yeah, we've had a few different plays on words.
100.
But at the moment, it's the other way round.
So I can see this match going all the way.
It's got that feel about it. I mean, it could be one of those absolute nail biters that comes down to a ridiculous situation with finishing. Let's hope not. Let's hope it gets taken on some good darts by one man or the other.
104 then for O'Shea. He's going to stay there. Not happening. Harms, though, hasn't really kept with O'Shea in this leg. He will have the darts in the next leg, though, for the set.
Tony require 8.
More in the O'Shea camp. 2 4s easily taken out by O'Shea.
Fifth leg, Wesley to throw first. Game on.
But neither man looks particularly happy at the moment. Wesley Harms then has the darts in this all-important deciding leg in the 7th set, and a steady ton to start with.
What a big leg this is. O'Shea would love to pinch this one now and go 4-3 up.
40.
Can he just string together a couple of big scores?
It's a good start. Harms needs to defend. Another treble would do nicely.
100.
Doesn't quite get it, but it's not going to hurt him. And there's the averages, the overall average. Neither man's going to be happy with that.
Yeah, not good for a semi, that isn't.
60.
He's done it again. 140 followed by a 60. And it just allows Harms to compose himself. At no point has O'Shea rattled Harms. He's never looked pressured.
Poor first dart. O'Shea's one of these players that feeds off his first dart. If his first dart goes near the treble or just above it, he usually fires the other two straight in there. But if they're going in the one, he has to stop and pause and recalculate his shot.
Well, shake of the head, because he knows that last visit has probably cost him this set. He's got to get his head down now, find that treble. That's a good start. You see, as soon as it's close or there or thereabouts, he's straight in with his other two. But there's no out for him still.
Just looking for a treble. 101 now, coming downstairs.
59.
Not a good score. Chance for O'Shea.
Needs trebles, needs pressure.
92.
And finally
Wesley
gets one.
82.
Is he going to go for the ball? He tried. 19. 63. He can still check out. 13 or treble 13. So he wants the ball.
57.
So close.
Tony require 102.
But as they say, yet so far. Now, O'Shea just hasn't looked like taking out a big number today. But my goodness, he needs this one. Single 20, still on. It's
94.
Needed the treble at some
25.
stage. So Harms will be back. This for the set. Single 9 for double 8. And Harms, once again, moves into the lead at 4-3. And O'Shea had so many chances in that set. He just cannot get going.
100.
Full marks to Wesley Harms. At no point has he panicked. At no point has he behaved as if darts owes him a living. He's just stayed in there and he's battled. And he's accepted what has happened, Steve. And when the chances have been presented, which they have on many occasions, he's taken them.
And that's what Harms has done all week.
100.
Just took his chances. He had a little good spell, didn't he, in one of the matches where he rolled off 5 or 6 legs and played really well.
60.
So he's capable of putting a little spurt in and changing the whole thing around.
139.
So if the match plays to form, O'Shea should win this set and it should be 4-all. This is a massive opportunity
100.
for Harms to try and change that flow and go into the break 2 up.
No check out 162, but plenty of time for O'Shea, just lining it up.
105.
Leave himself a 2-dart check out now. Harms way back, but he could put some pressure on here.
100. Tony required 57.
Double top then.
37.
No,
Wesley
not even
required
close.
141.
Well, he turned to the camera and shouted rubbish, and that sums it up. And if Harms hurts him here, this could be big. Got the 19, double 12 then for the leg.
129.
Oh, close.
Tony
That would have been a hammer
required
blow for O'Shea.
Oh, lucky here. He's got 3 more darts now.
Games from the first leg.
And he's made sure of it this time.
Second leg Wesley to throw first. Game on.
My goodness me, this one is just back and forth.
Harms looks cool, doesn't he? Cool as a king. He's got no sweat on his brow, is he? He's
60.
just trundling along, taking his chances. I thought he was going to actually get that 141 then.
Well, I said new school versus old school, and a lot of the new school players,
100.
well, treat themselves as sportsmen. They're fit, they're lean, they can play for hours.
Yeah, there's not a lot on Wesley Harms.
100.
I'm sure he could play there all night long. With a lot of the players now, they do. The
94.
youngsters, they practice all day long, 6-7 hours, no problem.
60.
A lot of mental discipline required, but the rewards are obvious. £100,000 up for grabs.
100.
Which for a 27-year-old electrician from the Netherlands will be a fortune.
Life-changing, isn't it? And obviously it doesn't stop there. I mean, there's opportunities then for the rest of the year. Playing in different tournaments and appearances here, appearances there.
100.
Just the start for him. Just gone off a little bit here, and he did start this leg.
45.
It's advantage O'Shea here, 107. 87 to switching down now.
55.
Again, another ton plus finish that didn't even look close. No out for Harms.
100. Tony required 52.
Surely he can finish this 52 off. Double 16 now. Double 8.
Games from the second.
And finally, he is in a dogfight. Absolutely no doubt about it. This is very, very tricky for both players. But it just looks to me as if Wesley Harms just doesn't have a care in the world. He's playing, I think, without much pressure at all.
I'm still waiting to see O'Shea roll a few legs off. I'm sure he can put a good 5 or 6 legs together of 1040s, 180s.
100.
Well, we said if the match goes to form, then it's going to be 4-all, and it's certainly heading that way. Oh, and I'll tell you what O'Shea doesn't want is to really nail it in this leg and then have to walk off the stage.
Correct, that's right. Break is
99.
Coming up, and like you said, and he is nailing it. 101 now.
81.
Leaves himself the ton. Harms out of the mix, but getting himself back in.
128. Tony required
good effort.
100.
Good start. Double top for O'Shea for the set. And there we go. Momentum is with Tony O'Shea. But unfortunately, the only place that momentum's going to take him is back to the dressing room. The break at the end of 2 sets once again comes to bear, and O'Shea is going to have to go behind the curtains and work really, really hard at keeping that throwing arm going, because there were signs in that last leg that Tony O'Shea was moving back to the sort of form that we saw against Martin Adams. It's level once again. We'll take a break.
Growing up on the circuit, everyone wanted to offer me advice. When to bet, when to fold, when to raise, what to wear, what to eat. But there was one piece of advice that took me to a new level.
Daniel, don't do anything stupid.
At PokerStars, there's a tournament starting every second. Develop your game at the world's largest poker site.
Tomorrow on Eurosport. Chalk up the cue, wreck the reds, clear up the colours, chalk up the win. It's easy, in theory. Tomorrow at 20:30, snooker and the London Masters, live on Eurosport.
It's summertime down under. Time for the one they call the Happy Slam, with Eurosport and Eurosport 2 all set to cover it right around the clock. Every single shot of all the big matches. The best view in the house of Grand Slam number 1. And at the heart of it all, Mats Wilander and Annabel Croft, with all the stories in Game, Set and Mats. The Australian Open from Sunday night at 1, live on Eurosport and Eurosport 2.
First really convincing leg of darts from Tony O'Shea. Well played, you're off. Players have had to leave the stage, and once again there's that danger that the rhythm will be affected. But the players, Steve, just have to accept this. It's all part of the game. It's all part of who pays the wages.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. You might not want to go off for a break, but you don't get much choice. If they say you're having breaks, you're having breaks. But definitely there, I think O'Shea would love to have just stayed there and carried on then. I mean, you got a lovely little rhythm going, and off they went.
Let's take a little look back at the end of that set. This was the smoothest that we've seen O'Shea all game.
And he's quite capable of putting a few of these legs together. I mean, there's nothing stopping him rolling 5 or 6 legs off, all on a trot. I mean, 5 180s is not a lot in a match this long. Usually they've got double that amount by now.
Again, came back, kept the pressure on, took himself down to a ton.
Yeah, and he looked a totally different player in this one, didn't he? Wesley Harms out, still keeps ticking along, doesn't he? There he is. He's still left 174 in 9. He's still averaging over a ton. But O'Shea has stepped it up. And that's what he needs to do a little bit more of.
Good reaction. Turned immediately to the crowd who've given him such sterling support during the course of this week. So full marks to O'Shea for coming into this tournament with a game plan to involve the crowd and sticking with it. But because of the way he's played in this match, we've seen virtually none of those scenes. We've seen almost no mass celebrations, because O'Shea's been making such hard work of it, and Wesley Harms has been capitalising on that.
I do hope O'Shea, just for his own game really, that he does pick up a little bit, and so whoever gets through this match is going to go into the final. Obviously they don't want to go into the final playing an absolutely atrocious game, do they, before? So it'll do them the world of good if they can just put a little string of good few legs together, build the confidence up a little bit. Averages very low at the moment, and should be really up in the 90s, shouldn't they?
So I think we're just about ready to welcome the players back to this fantastic lakeside stage. They changed the set a few years ago now. And it really does look the business.
Just looking back at the stats here, when Shea first come to the tournament in 2002, 10 years ago, and he went out first round to Colin Monk 3-2. Then the following year he got through the second round, but he met Colin Monk again and lost again. And like we say, he had that good final, didn't he, in 2009 against Ted, where it was very close, 7-6. And I'm sure, I mean, I don't know whether he thinks about maybe that was his chance gone, but what an Open. He's got a great chance today as well to get to the final again.
It's interesting the way sport works, though, and you hope that it doesn't come too late in your career, so that you still have all of your physical capabilities about you to win. But once you've gone through a stage, then you tend to be able to do it again. Once you've got to a final, you tend to be able to do it again. And with Martin Adams, once you've won it, you tend to be able to do it again.
Yeah, and O'Shea's always been the nearly man. He's been to a lot of finals, hasn't really won a big major yet, and he'd love to win this one.
Welcome back to the stage. That's what the fans say to these two men. Now listen to that. There's a lot of orchestrated support for Tony O'Shea. They're singing his walk-on track right now. But I love the way Wesley Harms has dealt with this. He's up on stage with a man that he's watched play darts so many times over the last decade. He's probably grown up in the game watching the likes of Tony O'Shea. He's made the semi-final on his debut, and he's just dealing with the entire event so well.
125.
It's O'Shea that has looked under pressure, and I think a lot of that pressure has come from O'Shea himself. He's not playing the way he wants to play. Now, has the break affected his rhythm?
81.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's a good point you made there. It wasn't like the other night where Adams was on his back all the time and he had to up it, and today's totally different game. Harms has been there and took his chances, but he's never really been pushing O'Shea much, has he?
No, it's all been about O'Shea doing it for himself, as it were.
100.
Well, it's steady enough, but at no point in this game has either player really exploded into a patch of form that the other player can't live with.
81.
It's all been a bit piecemeal.
He had a good example the other night with Ted when he played his match and he rolled off those 5 or 6 legs on the trot. Whoa, straight.
41.
2 sets, no problem. I'm just waiting for something like that from O'Shea. Stringing a few legs together. Like I say, hasn't took control of this match all the way through.
So we got Thunderbird, Superman, Popeye.
97. Wesley required 90.
I don't think Tony O'Shea's eaten his spinach today. That's the problem. Good start for double 15. Oh wow! Squeezed that into the corner and snuck under the radar there, did Wesley Harms. O'Shea has the darts in this next leg, but it's Harms who has the darts overall in this set, so he ultimately will have the advantage. That'll revert back to O'Shea in the following set.
100.
4-all. No man's even really had a shot at moving 2 sets ahead.
No,
60.
Like we said halfway through, it looked like it was going to go all the way, and it still does.
Look of disdain from O'Shea after that last score. He knows it allows Harms back to the board with a real chance,
58.
but Harms hasn't taken that chance, so let off there for the number 8 seed.
Still just dropping short
59.
again. The angle of his darts, he needs to put one above it. Harms, his darts tend to go more straighter.
97.
Good switch.
Big deep breath from Tony.
59.
Still nothing happens. Fair play, Harms just keeps plodding on.
60.
Slight advantage to Harms here. For O'Shea after 12 darts, he's still on 238.
135.
Finally. Bit of a score.
$136. Tony
Good
required
dart from
103.
Harms. Left himself the ball. Puts a lot of pressure on his 103 now. Good start. Double 16.
First big check out for O'Shea. And now Silverback surely in business.
Anyway, takes him 12 darts to 238 and then 6 to finish it. Pulled that one out of the hat there. We want more of that. Let's drop him low again. Oh, and that's not helping neither.
So even if one player hits a bit of form here and moves to 6-4, they still can't see it over the line at this visit.
97.
They're going to go off the stage again, and that may also count against them. So I think there are so many factors involved in this game, and really it is just going to be a fight to the death.
That's amazing there, 9 bounce actually. You generally never get that many.
100.
Good meaty trebles.
140.
A little brush off the barrel denies him 180, but that's a good score. Brought O'Shea back into this leg. Arms with the darts though, protecting it very nicely.
100.
You've got to hand it to the Dutchman.
Good score there from Harms. Back comes O'Shea. Maybe they're just waiting on each other to start hitting the big scores.
24.
Double 12 then for Harms. 2 darts left for 2-1. There you go.
Wesley Harms, fourth leg Tony, throwing first.
And Harms' finishing abilities are still pretty much intact. Now this is what O'Shea wanted on the last leg. A good 140 start.
Maybe O'Shea could do with this, maybe just picking the pace up a little bit. No, Harms can play a little bit quicker. I watched him the other night,
80.
so O'Shea could just, maybe that'll give him a little bit of momentum.
$100.
A bit better.
$60.
4 sets each. 2-1 to Harms at the moment. Looking like O'Shea possibly
40.
make it 2-2 in this one.
Again, another bounce out. Double figures for O'Shea. Can start to play on your mind a little bit. A great leg of darts, this one.
You see the mark there on the wire. Like I say, these wires are 50% thinner. I mean, it's amazing.
It's got to be a square hit for it to bounce out.
Yeah,
100.
perfect. The problem sometimes is when you do hit it, then it does tend to flatten it a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier to maybe, hit it again.
Good score from Harms to bring him down to the same score, so toe-to-toe shootout here for this one. It could be Harms' set still. Got the treble. Oh, there we go. Now that is more like Tony O'Shea.
Wesley to throw first. Game on.
But it could mean nothing if Harms wins this leg.
Bit of pressure on the Dutchman. Now O'Shea has to make it count, 60. And I think this first visit is going to be all important. Just a 60 from Harms. After that bull finish from O'Shea. He needs the treble. Got it.
140.
And again. And again. That's the start O'Shea was looking for.
$140.
Great effort from Harms. Staying with it.
Dropped that one right down again, did O'Shea.
96.
Good recovery.
Still a small advantage to O'Shea. Harms, though, protecting this leg very well. And again, another ton 40. Now we're into the territory where O'Shea has to match it.
Good darts there from Harms.
97. Wesley
and again, great cover.
Not a finish though, 168. So 6 darts for Harms at 161. He might need them all. Needs a treble.
65.
So O'Shea to pressure that 96. He wants to go down as low as he possibly can.
40.
No. Would you believe
Wesley
it?
requiring 96.
Oh, it's 1-2-8. He's left himself. 96 for Harms for the set. He's not going to get a dart at it though.
56. Tony require 128.
He will next time for double top if O'Shea doesn't hit this 1-2-8. Jill, his wife, can't watch.
He's got to go for the 18. Treble 20 now. No,
57.
not happening.
Wesley required 40.
So double top for Harms to go 5-4. Double 10. One left.
30.
Stared it down but couldn't make it. And O'Shea still alive.
71.
Well, you got a feel for Wesley Harms then. He's done everything apart from hit the double. What a shot this is going to be. Double 16.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. My goodness me, Tony O'Shea is digging deeper than I've ever seen him dig at a World Championships. Brilliant.
First leg, Tony to throw first. Game on.
Well, this really is something else. O'Shea, from somewhere,
45.
has found the resilience to take the lead again in this match. He's been chasing the game for the last 3 or 4 sets, but now he's back in it.
You got to say he was lucky there. I mean, and Wesley Harms, 3 clear darts
59.
at a double. Should have really put it away. And now he's looking at 5-4 down, with O'Shea with the darts for the set.
Here we go. Here we go. O'Shea wants this now, and he knows he's into it, and this is his chance. Harms has to live with him.
125.
That's good.
I don't think this kid will give up though. I think he'll fight all the way to the end.
100.
O'Shea still mopping that sweat away. It is
97.
teeming down his forehead. Great cover shot from Harms. Just a 4-point advantage though to O'Shea, who has the darts in this set.
4 darts again
28.
from O'Shea. That is
that
poor.
Could cost him. That could
Very
cost him.
poor. Chance for Harms, 220. Good first dart. Is he switching? And switching well.
96.
Obviously that dart must have covered the treble.
I'll say it again, if this match goes to form,
41.
Harms should take this set,
Wesley
and they should be leaving the stage at 5-all for their break. And then it really will get interesting.
Wants the ball for a 1-2-4.
92. Tony required 147.
I think he was playing safe safe there. He nearly went in the treble 18. Surely that wasn't for the ball. I don't know. He's shaking his head.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of an aberration there.
But then he should have gone for the ball, because O'Shea on a 147 could finish it.
Wesley required 32.
But anyway, he's on 32. He likes this one.
Game shot the first
Oh, he
leg.
loves it.
Wesley Harms.
Well played, Wesley
Second leg,
Harms.
Wesley to throw first.
How many times
Game
in this match has he done that? How many times in this tournament has he done that? Come back for a double and hit it with a single dart. But he didn't do it in the last set, and that's what cost him.
26.
So takes that first leg against the darts, but doesn't start this one particularly well. Chance for O'Shea to repair the damage.
57.
And not really a very good response from O'Shea neither. Oh, both players
85.
feeling it now.
Good last dart from Harms to at least get some sort of score.
43.
But it's smelly darts from O'Shea. Horrible. O'Shea's got to ride this out.
100.
Harms has got to take the chance that's been presented.
That's better. It's a good marker. He usually puts him right. There you go. First start is just not getting that close to the treble.
$140.
Good chance again from Harms when he really needs it.
Alan Norris sat just a couple of seats behind
46.
Wesley Harms' girlfriend, Marky.
Chance for Harms here. 150. He'll probably stay there.
60.
Probably 60. Need another 20
85.
just to leave him. Yeah.
Wesley requiring 90.
Leave him a check out. Another 20 or a treble. Wants the ball again.
Game shot the
Got it.
leg. Wesley Harms.
And Wesley Harms
Third leg Tony to
continues to be a thorn in Tony O'Shea's side. 2 legs up in a set where O'Shea has the darts. He needs something, and that'll do.
Where did he get that from?
Harms coming back.
140.
This is more like it. A groan from the crowd for a 140.
$43.
He's back to normal.
Horrible.
Oh dear.
He can't win this match throwing like that, Tony O'Shea, and he knows it.
100.
Say fair play to Harms. He keeps plodding along. 10-40 and a ton from Harms. Shea's back in there.
123.
That's better.
Trina Gulliver likes it. Golden Girl applauding in the background.
Harms only wants one of these 3 legs though to draw the match
60.
level.
Tony require 155.
I wonder if the heat has got some effect on Tony. He's been sweating quite a lot in this match. It's been running down his head, hasn't it?
He's been pretty subdued.
100. Tony requires 70.
There we go, to get himself back in this set. Still on. Single 20 for double 16. Got it.
Tony O'Shea.
Tony O'Shea lives to fight another leg anyway. But Harms has the darts. He needs 3 good darts here, and O'Shea needs to open with some big darts as well, and this isn't good.
66.
Great recovery.
Good last start there from Harms. He needed that one. O'Shea again dropping low. Getting round it though.
80.
Oh dear.
Why did he stay with that? There was just no room. So 80 against 66.
12 bounce. That'll be a steward's inquiry after this, I think.
That's amazing.
100.
Not far away with that first start, but that's the problem with O'Shea's style of throwing. As Steve said,
23.
He follows that first start, and he's followed it straight into the same bed. Oh, Harms is at it as well, but he changes a lot quicker.
39.
But he can't find it. So O'Shea not punished. 180 would go down here. Oh, again. Well, what can you say? What can you say?
You can see it's definitely getting to Tony. He's getting really annoyed with that now. It's costing him.
Well, 13 times 20, that's a lot of points. That's how many bounce outs he's had. Those are the darts that are not quite going where he wants them.
140.
140 for Harms. Has that booked him the set? O'Shea way back on 358. Oh, 180 41. Or nothing on that visit, and 41's not going to do it. Harms is going to walk it in this set. They will be leaving the stage
80.
At 5 sets apiece, barring a bit of a miracle here for O'Shea.
You don't think they'll keep him running?
Well, it's a tough call, isn't it? We will wait and see what the shout is from down on the floor.
It'd be hard to go up and come back for one set, wouldn't it? Oh.
Tell you what, O'Shea might take it right now.
76.
Very angry last start. He's got loads at it. 8-8 then.
Games from the 10th
and
set.
there we go. We are 5 sets all. Well, they haven't moved. O'Shea just waiting to see if he's going to leave.
No, I don't think they are they? Oh, Hughes just having a word.
Well, that's clearly affected Tony's psyche here because well, this is interesting.
I think what Hughes saying to him is they're not due a break, but if Harms feels like he needs to go off for a rest break, then he can ask and that can be arranged. But I think they're going to carry on.
Well, Hugh just double checking that that's the case. The floor manager for the host broadcaster will be letting him know what he is and isn't allowed to do. Harms working the crowd. Nice one. Nice one. The all-important, decisive last set.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. There'll just be a short 5-minute break.
I thought there would be. I thought there would be.
Across the stage. Thank you.
Not sure what was flying across the stage. But there we go. The players leave, and what a time to leave. Locked at 5 sets all. And they are both going to go away, compose themselves, and then come back on for the biggest set of darts that they have played at this tournament. And Steve, the drama continues.
Well, I'm shocked at having a break there, to be honest, because you've got 1 set left now. It's like coming onto stage and playing best of 5, best of 6 legs. I mean, I know it'll be a tie break and it can go all the way to 11, but you could literally come off and just play 3 legs, and that could be it. I'm totally shocked they're coming off.
Well, so as always, at the end of the encounter, there'll be one player that says that he didn't mind, and one player that's going to be absolutely devastated. We're going to take a short break there along with the players. When we come back, we're going to see which man will go through to the final. Stay with us.
Savage rally of them all. And the new year takes it into new territory. Across the unforgiving wilderness of Argentina, Chile, and Peru. Every night at 2300, the Dakar on Eurosport.
The Amarok, tested by Dakar.
Phone? Tablet? Feel free. It's Galaxy Note.
It's summertime down under. Time for the one they call the Happy Slam, with Eurosport and Eurosport 2 all set to cover it right around the clock. Every single shot of all the big matches. The best view in the house of Grand Slam number 1. And at the heart of it all, Mats Wilander and Annabel Croft, with all the stories in Game, Set and Mats. The Australian Open from Sunday night at 1, live on Eurosport and Eurosport 2.
Welcome back. This second semi-final is just poised on a knife edge. Quite incredible stuff. Tony O'Shea and Wesley Harms vacating the stage.
The first problem is the air conditioning is blowing across, moving the darts in flight. But in addition, and under BDO rules, both players have to agree they want the ball changed.
Well, there you go. You've heard it from Martin Fitzmaurice. Let's just take a look back at how Wesley Harms levelled this match.
41. Wesley required 156.
Showing some real heart is this young man.
80.
But really had no pressure in this leg from his opponent. O'Shea threw some quite dreadful darts.
Yeah, I think Harms he stuck to his task, hasn't he? He's kept going, hasn't he? And you know, you've got to remember, O'Shea's gone 5-4 up now, and you think he might have just give in and folded, 76. But he hasn't. He's fought his way back in this. And 5-all now.
Games on the 10th set. Wesley Harms.
I don't know who to call now, really.
Well, there was the confusion at the end of that set. Referee Hugh Ware explaining to both players that they needed to go off because the air conditioning needed to be sorted. And then, interestingly, the board, or a request for the board to be changed, which I assume would have come from the man who's had all the bounce outs, Tony O'Shea, but Wesley Harms agreed to that change. Now that's quite interesting. In the kill or be killed world of professional sport, I can think of a lot of players who would have said, nice idea, Tony, but I quite like this board.
Yeah, I mean, how many bounce outs has Wesley Harms had? Hardly any.
Exactly.
I think O'Shea must have had about 12 now, 12, 13. And you know, it's one of them situations, like you said, you know, it's got all the way to the last set now, and like I said, I'm very surprised they've actually come off. It's 6 sets each. I didn't actually see anybody making a complaint. I just think they got a bit mixed up with who was going off, whether they were having a break or not. And then this obviously come up in the break. I think the board being changed, and also about a breeze and air conditioning coming on. I mean, I haven't seen O'Shea or Harms complain all the way through the match about the air conditioning. Have you?
No, I mean, that's the first we've heard of it. But those bounce outs that have been occurring for Tony O'Shea, 13 of them, and there we go, there's our little rundown. Not all of them occurring because of the wire, that's for sure, only about 50%. So we're back out on the stage. We're going to have a few darts to warm up. It's Wesley Harms that has agreed to the board change. Now, whether that is inexperience for the 27-year-old, and he's still trying to be friendly and respectful up on stage to, you know, one of the great players in this game, or whether he's just, you know, genuinely a nice guy and believes in a sporting gesture.
For each and every one of
you, because it's all new for Harms, and you know, he'll just want to just get on with the game, and if Tony says there's something wrong with the board, he'll probably just be nice and say, yeah, okay, we'll swap it or whatever. And
he's here today
at the end of the day,
Bob Potter's guest.
You know,
I want you to be upstanding. Put your hands together.
Who is going to win this?
Well, that's the big question. Quick announcement by Martin Fitzmaurice. A standing ovation for one of the founding fathers of BDO World Darts, Ollie Croft. We mentioned he was in the audience, just sitting behind Tony O'Shea's wife, Jill. He's here as a guest of Bob Potter, the man that owns this great venue. And the crowd's just showing their appreciation for all the work that Ollie's done over the years. Now then, we're just about ready to get back to the action in a match that has given us just about everything to try and deal with. It's not been a classic by any means, but do you know what? This last set could be.
And the biggest problem now is that both players, I mean, they've got to come back and play. I mean, it's got one set left, and you know, all this hanging around now, you know, they haven't got, unless they're practicing backstage, which I hope they are doing. They're going to be, you know, just coming back as fresh as daisies with not even a warm-up. And don't know how long this is going to go on for, but it's definitely not helping the players.
But we've seen this sort of thing before, and you know, the script says that Tony O'Shea is going to come back on, throw his first 3 darts and have a bounce out. and what's been achieved then?
Well, that's right. I mean, anybody can have a bounce out. It's just unfortunate. And
I mean, 13 is excessive, and you know, Wesley Harms had to agree to the board being changed as well. Tony O'Shea just can't say change the board, and the referee says yes. But there we go. So we're about ready to go again. It's all set up to go. The air conditioning has been switched off. The board has been changed. It is 5-all between the number 13 seed Wesley Harms of the Netherlands and this man, silverback Tony O'Shea, the number 8 seed, fighting for his life in this tournament. It's been a topsy-turvy game. The quality has been pretty sketchy, but now we are poised for one heck of a finish here on Eurosport. And Steve Beaton alongside me in the commentary box. Who's your money on?
Well, I'm never very good at predicting, but I do fancy Harms now, actually. I think he's stuck with it all the way through this match. Hasn't been brilliant, but he's been there all the time. Tony hasn't played his A game at all, and he's got one set to get his A game, and if he doesn't, Harms is going to take it.
No surprise to see O'Shea and Harms getting a full 6 darts to get back into the rhythm and get used to this board. Harms has the darts, but it's the deciding set. So if it gets to 2-all, we'll fill you in on how things will progress from there. But for the moment, let's just concentrate on what this young man can do on his first visit.
100.
That'll do nicely. Another steady ton from Harms.
And how important this is, this first leg for Harms. He's got the throw, needs to keep it.
Well, O'Shea, with the change of board, it might just have cleared the mind.
Just wondering if O'Shea does have a bounce out, whether it'll just throw his mind a little bit. Like you said, a lot of the darts did just come out off the other dart, didn't they? They didn't actually come off the wire. There was a lot of the times he was hitting the top of the flight. All square. Nothing in it.
100.
5-all. 3-0-1 apiece until that ton from Harms. Harms' girlfriend in the audience. Been right behind him all game. She's kept control of her emotions, but she must be going through it as well. Whereas Tony O'Shea's wife Jill, much more used to this environment. She's up on her feet and shouting and hollering. All helps relieve the pressure. Good shot again 100. From Harms, and another steady ton from the Dutchman. Does he need a 140 now or a 180? Oh, he needs another treble. And there it is for O'Shea.
Still nothing in it. 101 apiece. Harms is going to have first poke at it. So O'Shea's coming back. This will be a crippler. 101. No.
57.
Chance for Harms. Which way is he going to go? Surely the big 20.
Yes, it is for double 16. Wesley Harms, one dart left for 1-0.
36.
Just inside the wire.
And that double 16 hasn't let him down very often today. Just at the wrong time. Double 16 for O'Shea. 2 8s. He's pausing, he's thinking about it. One dart left.
28.
Oh, he took his time, but did he take
16.
too long? Same double for Harms. They've paced each other all the way through this leg. Jules Prey, and he misses. Inside the wire, so double 4. Inside that one by a long way, double 2.
12.
No, and the pressure has come to bear on Harms finally.
O'Shea can't believe it. He's got another 3 darts at this.
Absolutely staring down the target. Big deep breath. Good marker. There it is. Crucially, against the darts. And Tony O'Shea will now be feeling a lot better about this. He's got the darts in this leg. He should go 2-0. But at what point in this match has that meant anything? This has been
96.
such a strange game.
Can Wesley Harms get back into this? Needs this leg.
60.
Needed a treble. Good start from O'Shea. Tells himself so. Here we go.
140.
And that further backs up what Steve Beaton has been saying. If O'Shea's first dart is good, it tends to be a good score by the end of 3.
100.
Harms a little more circumspect. He's more than happy to manoeuvre around that first dart if he has to.
He's been dropping below quite a lot as O'Shea all
97.
the time. And just switch again.
That is a massive covering dart from O'Shea to leave him 168. Harms back on 3-4-1.
58.
And O'Shea is starting to move in for the kill here. It's not an out this time around, but he can leave himself set very nicely. Didn't need that one, but that's a great recovery.
Harms needs a 180 at least.
85. Tony required 43.
11 then, double 16. Just moving along the hockey.
27.
He'll be back though. Harms way back, 198 on the leg he really needed.
100. Tony requires 16.
So, double 8 for Tony O'Shea. He's hit it once so far in this set.
Sweat pouring down his head.
Good darts to come off.
No score.
And he does. No, I thought he'd done it.
Requiring 98.
That is very, very close.
98 for Harms. Needs a treble. Gets it, double 12.
86.
That would have been dream stuff from Harms. O'Shea then, once again, is back with 3 darts at double 8. Hush descends on the lakeside.
Game shot the second.
And finally, O'Shea hits the double.
Wesley to throw first. Game on.
He's now just 1 leg away from a place in the final at the 2012 BDO World Darts Championship. And young Wesley Harms, who's given such a great account of himself here.
140.
Good dart.
Yeah, it's a great start, but he's the man fighting for his life now. O'Shea, the past master at putting things away, has got to do it again. Darryl Fitton right behind his mate O'Shea. But I tell you what, Harms is responding.
100. $95.
So big chance here for Harms. Needs to find that treble.
45.
Oh dear.
O'Shea, 140 or better. We'll put him in pole position, 92. But he too looking a little shaky in this leg.
Nothing in it.
$60.
Oh, 60. Big score here, could see it off.
80.
And guess what?
Wesley
a bounce out.
156.
At the wrong time again.
Good start. Needs another treble. No. So O'Shea will be back. 134 for a place in the world final. He too needed to open with a treble. Harms is still in it. Well, it's that double 8 again.
Surely he'll get this. Oh, mile away. Double 4. Double 2.
Yes!
Wesley
Harms is still in the tournament. But the problem that he has now is that O'Shea has the darts.
140.
And that is a great opener from O'Shea. Harms must match it.
Most important leg of the match.
100. $78.
Well, if this set is anything like the rest of the match, Steve, then we know what's going to happen, don't we? O'Shea's going to let his opponent back in.
98.
Not a lot in it. O'Shea, a ton or better.
100.
That'll do. Harms looking at 19s. He's looking for a 133. To possibly leave him a 170 checkout. He'll stay there.
133.
Good darts.
170 for Harms. He's got a shot at checking out. O'Shea needs to manoeuvre himself into a position where he can 96. Have another go at this match.
Wesley require 170.
Can he match the highest checkout? There's one of them. Oh, how close was that?
94. Tony require 87.
Here we go then. This for the match. Treble 17, double 18. 9, 78. No, so Harms coming back.
Wesley requires 76.
Against the darts, remember, this to level it up at 2 apiece. 16 for double top. This hasn't been great 36. For him, and it wasn't great then. O'Shea then, 40. With his third crack at closing down this match. Double top for Silverback for a place in the final. Double 10. There it is. And seldom will Tony O'Shea have had a tougher day at the office. Steve, that was a horrible encounter to come through.
Yep, but he's there into the final now, and he can only improve on that, really. He's there though, he's in that final. That was hard work.
Few tears there for O'Shea, but he's through. He's in the final for the second time in his career. Unlucky to Wesley Harms, but O'Shea is the winner. Little bit of emotion at the end there for both players, but for Wesley Harms in particular, I just think he couldn't quite compose himself to go over and say well done to O'Shea, because he knows he should have won that match.
Yeah, he had plenty of opportunities.